Best sailing conditions of leg 6 were
reaching across the trade winds before we got to the Sargasso Sea, where we had loads and loads of seaweed.
Before getting here in Newport, we had a very nice night with 25-30 knots downwind with the fractional. It was fantastic.
crossing the flat Gulf Stream in 20 knots with the Frona Reef.
When we crossed the Gulf Stream, there was a moment where we had 25-30 knots, and that was the most breeze that we saw during the entire leg.
Sailing full speed, one reef, two reef with frac, 25 knots. The sea state was quite flat and the boat was really fast and it was really fun.
Pretty much the whole leg was best sailing conditions, I remember turning around to saying to the crew, this is what I thought we were going to be doing all the way around the world when I signed up to do the Volvo Ocean Race.
The best decision we made, I think, is to stay with the fleet 2 days before the finishing line.
Fighting for the east was a very good decision in the start.
After a week of sailing nearly on the wind, that we took the shift the best from everybody, and we went from last place to virtual first place.
This whole leg, we're quite proud of the track and the decisions we made in general.
We didn't make a lot of good decisions in this leg.
What would I have changed? I wouldn't have changed anything, because that's always that crystal ball.
Putting the mask at 0 in some conditions and staying too long with A3, we did a couple of mistakes.
We would have tacked up to cover Dongfeng when they got past us in the cloud.
Every day that I take a decision, I want to change it, but at the end we can say nothing because we won.
Biggest improvement, the subtleties of trimming and steering in reaching conditions.
Sailing in the light air downwind.
Staying in that lead group for 7 days.
I think we got better with our sail selection as the leg went on.
Well, a low point in some way, I think, is the result. No? We wanted to be in the podium and we couldn't manage.
Losing the lead in the first week and knowing it was going to take a week to catch up.
Seeing Dongfeng, Brunel and Matt Frey, who we'd been sailing with for 7 days, sail away from us.
What was the high point? I think finishing on the podium and beating Mafra and Alfa America, so third place is more secure.
Coming up as the fastest boat, that really boosted morale. Everyone on board, knowing you're the fastest boat and you've gained some miles.
So, after a pretty bad import race in Itajaí and some pretty bad conditions, it was nice to drift out of there in first.
Crossing the line 3 minutes, that was maybe the only time we could have high five and say, yes, done.